Hello again. I've decided to make another short little video today. What I've got is these envelope boxes made out of cardboard boxes. You get them in all different colours, patterns on them. I've already put the Oasis in and attached my green moss to the top. I have done a video on where you can see how I actually do it. I've already pre-done the ribbon as well. I'm choosing to do purples, so which will look really nice against this grey, what looks like it has a tint of lilac in it. And we're just going to do a small little flower arrangement, just to either sit in your bedroom, in your window, on your dresser, or as a gift, for a birthday gift. It could be for an anniversary gift, any gift really. So let's get started. First of all, I've chosen some roses. They've got a very light pink on them and a lilac around the edging. So they're two-tone roses and they look quite full with lots of petals in the centre. And the reason I've got these is because I want to attach a fan to it. And in the fan, the shade of it is dark purple and leads to a lighter pink. And that's the reason I chose those. I'll show you how we're going to attach the fan in one moment. I've also chosen just a rose spray, just one stem, because I may cut the small ones off and use them. They're a slightly different colour, slightly darker, just to contrast against the lighter ones. I've also chosen a dark lily. With that being dark and there's dark on the ribbon, I thought that would also really stand out against the roses. I've also got some, well, I call lavender, but some people may call this heather. But this is flocked. It's very dusty. Well, not very dusty. With starting at grey there to a slightly deeper pink and going lighter. I really like that, and I thought that would also go well. I've also got what they call these a teasel stem. That's what the company that I bought them off named them. With them having in them, I don't know if you can see it, a slight tint of like a reddish pinky colour in the centres or down the bottom of the stems. So I've decided, because of that, the contrast and the different textures against the roses would look fabulous. I may only just use one of these. I do use these to make either garden plant pots or indoor plant pots, but I thought with the colour of them, they would look absolutely fabulous against, just situated one in a corner at the bottom, anywhere or slightly higher, and I just thought that would look fabulous. I do have some of this as well. I'm not sure what they call it. It might be the forsythia, but isn't that lovely? Very realistic. The stems on it look like an actual bark. And they all bend right to the tip. I thought I'd add a bit of, and that's a lime green, so I thought the contrast against the darkness of this would make it stand out beautiful. I've also got some white ruscus. I'm not saying I'm going to put this in, but it's a maybe. And of course I've got my ferns. With those being light as well, that adds a different colour to the darkness to help obviously it stand out. And I've also got it in this fern as well, where it's more softer and that you can bend around up to an inch above the top. Right, let's get started with this foliage. Just had in mind just something to do different. Put all the flowers over here out of my way. Well, first of all, I want to attach the fan. I was looking at it earlier, couldn't make my mind up how to situate it. Because they've got the grooves at the side here where this cardboard bends over on either side, I did look at it and think it might be a nice place there. But then I'm one of these, I like things offset. So then I thought it may look nice like that. Let me see. With just one in there and like that. So I think if anything, that's how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to attach it at the top with a floral wire. So I've got here, this is a jeweler's puncher. It's very good. I use it on my signs as well to make a knoll without making it look unprofessional. So I think if I just put one of my wire through and mark it how I'd like it. And I'm going to just mark it there. So now I can see where I've marked it with the wire. I'm going to now punch a hole in it, as you can see. And that's all I need. So we're going to get us like that again. That's the one. Oops. I need it higher. It can be very fiddly. Let's try again, everybody. Right. Push that through there. And then there's a hole at the other side of it. Push that one through as well. And then I'm going to just punch. Now I can see that one at the back. Punch another hole because I don't want it coming over the top. Oops. Oh, I've gone and snapped my wire. I think we'll have to do that one again. You don't want to be giving it to the customer like that. Right, let's go again. Get another wire. And that one, and push that through the other hole that I made. Don't pull too tight in case you snap the wood, because these are very fine. And at the back, as you can see, the wire that I've separated, grab together and twist. A few times. And chop that off. Now, because you can see a bit sticking out there, what I tend to do is just turn that over, because we don't want that hurting anybody. And then I shall put a bit of ribbon on the back with some glue to hide that from view. So then that's there. I may need to get a bit of glue behind here. I don't think I need to punch it to glue it down onto there. So let's just get that put in place. I'll get my metal stick for the fine areas. Just turn it around and see where I want it. So it's right at the bottom. Not put too much on, we don't want it dripping all over. Get rid of the stringy bits. just dab it on. That's all you need. Take it down and just hold it slightly. Right, that should be sat straight. Put that in position. Right, so now, like I say, it's going to be our foliage. I did get this off of the fan, so I've already put it on a wooden pick because I'm in two minds whether to put it in the centre of the bows so it's just hanging out from the centre. So that's the reason I've not left it on there. And plus it will be hidden behind all your greenery and your flowers. Right, let's get started. And I think at the back I'm going to have something, you know, slightly taller. And I'm going to have the flowers taller here and then cascading down. So if we just cut some of these off. If you want to make the boxes slightly heavier because they are quite wobbly if there's with the weight, so they may fall over, put a few pebbles or decorative stones at the bottom for the weight for it to stay stood up. That's one thing I've forgotten to do, so it will slightly move with the weight. So I'm trying to keep hold of it. Right, so with these being the taller ones, these can go to the back or at the side of the fan where it's tall. And position that in the oasis. Don't that look pretty already with the colour? And I've got the smaller one that I want to protrude out, so let's get that one in. We'll have that coming out just from under here, like it's flowing down. That one's going to be slightly, see it's moving, I can feel it moving. I should have really put some pebbles in. I might be able to squeeze a few in. Let me just, oops, right, one of the leaves had fell off. With it being at the bottom, I'm not so bothered. Just slightly press that down so it just comes under here and just leaning slightly above it. We've got one left, we will put that just coming out from the sides. I'm trying to balance the weight with the weight of the fan being that side. On this side I'm trying to balance the weight of the flowers coming out this side. Just push that a bit more. As you can see, like that. I will straighten the bow up. I think because I'm standing above it and I keep leaning on it, it just keeps flattening. But I will straighten it up nearer to the end. Right, then we've got the fern and we've got the two types. Now this is quite weighty, so I could put that coming out at that side. This is quite light, or I could have that. I think because this is fuller, we're going to put one of these in for the weight. If I just lift up the bow, my coffee's in the way. So that is there. So also I think what's going to join in, because that's light, I've got a couple of these that I've got left over. I think they would look absolutely lovely at the top with them being tall. So let's get those in. And sit that at the back as well. These do bend. I do have I think I found another one. Sure I did. Oh, maybe not. Oh well, odd number, so we'll stick to that. So here we have the lighter one. I could easily, if I put that there because it's quite nice and airy, you'd still be able to see some of the fan behind. But I want to see a majority of the colour of the fan. I don't mind hiding the this bit. So that may be a bit too long. I also have these. They could go across at an angle. Or as I put a flower or something in, I could put that there. Or even, I've got this, I could put that. I'm going to take the tall one of these off because it's the tall one that I want. Put it right at the bottom. See, these don't push up and down the stem, so you just have to basically fluff them out, move them around. Aren't they fantastic? So I could sit that there, leaning it slightly forward. So let me just bend the head like that. Yes, I think I'm going to do that, because then that covers the majority of the wood side up on the fan, and it lessens of what you've got to, of how much greenery or anything you're going to put there. Just slightly sit it up like that. Ignore this. Yep, it's slightly on there, but that's the natural the way. So with this being light now, this fern will sit at the side of this dark plant. Like that. I've got the other that I may put hanging here, or I may put another one, or even there in the centre, just to give that a bit of a nice feeling and texture in there. And we'll have that coming slightly through. That will move that underneath. There. Oh, here it is. So I could put those two together on this side. One slightly lower down. Like that. Crease my bow, so if your bows or anything look creased, just get a small iron on that and just very cool, and just go slightly over it. Right, before I put any more greenery in, what I want to do is just add some of my flowers, because it's only a small little basket. I'm not going to use all the flowers. Right, let's get this rose cut. See, again, they've got these rubbery stems over the wire. So what I do, I just get my pliers and pull it off, so I've ended up with that. Because I've got grooves, what electricians use to cut cable, so that's what I bought them for that reason, to be able to get them in without the glue melting when the rubber melting when I put it in the glue pan. Right, I'm going to sit this so it's slightly hanging over the side. Do it again. Twist, that's it. I'm trying not to hide all of the fan, and I want a smaller one. There's the rose. And I'm not forced to use everything again. Oops, my roses fell off. We'll glue it back on. Crikey, this one's hard. Oh, right, let's get the glue it onto the rose. And there you have it. And now with this one, it's slightly lower, more at the front. I'm going to get just one of these, and I think that will look lovely sat right there. We'll put it in at an angle. There we go. So I won't be using any more of those. I don't think I'm going to add the white because I think it, oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'll hang on now. Oh, I'm doing it again. Right, let's just get our purple lilies. Just take one off just to make sure that that's what I'd like in them. One at the back. Yeah. So we're going to put one at the back behind the rose. Like that. See, it's getting a bit heavy. I should have put some pebbles in, floristry pebbles. Put this one in. I'm going to put like a cluster, just a small cluster around here. Oops, I nudged it from the back. And then I'm going to put one in there as well. I'm only going to have 3. So, because too many of these, it will take over. We just want them, you know, just a slight bit different texture. Put that like, yeah. So we've still got space here for things. Like I say, I've got the spray roses. I'm not going to put any more of the what they call teasel stem. I've got the heather, or what people may call it, or lavender, as I think it is. So let's put a few bits of lavender in. Just take these. I think these are wonderful. If I remember correctly, I think I might have got these off Bella's Floristry Wholesales, who does live streams as well. I want one here, look, to be hanging out. So let's just dump that. Lift up the rose. And just bend into position. Put another one at the back as well. With a bit going in, like it's got a bit of depth. I wonder, yes, fact. We've got to put a bit of colour on the opposite side, so I think it will go better there. You know, we want to basically just set the colour off either side. Just push that up slightly. Like that. I'm not sure whether to have them as a clump. No. I might actually then put the white ruscus in at the back here. Let's put it in. We want a bit of white, I think. Oops. I keep budging it over from the back where my hand is. And then I think under the bow, in that space there, we'll have it there. Oops, I'm going the wrong side for the glue pan. It's because I'm on the opposite side. I've decided to do this side now to do my videos. And I keep getting confused. Let me just check. So I think we need a fern or something hanging from that side. So whether it, I think, let me just stick that in, and here I go with my greenery. Just love it. I'll put another one with that. Something missing here as well. Let me just see. I do have these. Yes. I've got some other different textured fern with different colour. Because I've got quite a bit of light fern, I think adding a slightly different coloured fern will give it that you know, that contrast. And I think I'm going to have one of these ferns at the front as well. Just you can turn your leaves around and position them. So I don't think I need any. Something there I need to pull. So whether it be either another one of these ferns on the inner side instead of always on the outer side, to make it all look like it's all, you know, natural and growing within each other. That's my plan. I'm just going to push it in. I will show you. It's there we go. So now I'm going to fluff my bows up. I think I've got my bow inside out. No, I haven't. fluff it up. With small little tail ends hanging. I want that one there. You put your bows in one position and then you're happy, and then you go around moving the others and you come back and you're just not happy. So you start moving them again and maybe going around several times. But that's a good thing. Right, I think I need something again in the centre. So I may put one of these roses in. Yes, I will. I keep saying I may, I will. I've cut the stem down to no more than 2 inch, and I'm going to sit that in the centre of my bow. And I'm also going to put the tassel in as well. So there's the bow for that. And now the tassel, where we're going to, let's just situate. I think we're going to have it stood up. Let's get the glue on it. Let me just move behind the bow. Just going to have a look, everybody. Right, so that you can't see. So oh. And I do feel also that there's something missing on the actual fan itself. You could dot a couple of roses on there. Oops, a daisy. Let's get this tag off, it's in the way. I'm going to cut these right to the top. Because they're going to be sat flat. In fact, let me do this one first. Just dip it in. And stick. That's one. And I'm going to go under with that. And then that what fell off. See, I don't throw anything away. Can just sit underneath as well. So there you have it. If you want to do a little design like that, you can, like I say, you can get the envelope boxes anywhere from floristry wholesalers or online, or you know, eBay, Amazon, you know, everywhere really. They're very easy to come by. I put my Oasis in to start with and put the moss on top, and then I decided to add a fan, that I've got some fans here, and make a nice, perhaps a gift for somebody. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and have a go at it yourself. It shouldn't take very long. I tend to go slower because I like you to all see actually what I'm doing. Some people tell me that my videos can be too long, but I'd rather be taking, you know, my time and showing you than rushing it and having an unprofessional job. So thanks again, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.